University of Louisville head basketball coach Rick Pitino was put on unpaid administrative leave on Wednesday. In a statement, Pitino said the school effectively fired him. This just one day after news broke of a bribery scandal that hit the college basketball world and implicated Pitino's program. Dana Jacobson has more.
The Hall of Fame head coach left campus this morning, somber and silent.
Coach, did they fire you?
A few hours later, University of Louisville interim president Greg Postal revealed why.
Effective immediately, Coach Pitino has been placed on an unpaid administrative leave.
The disciplinary action comes just one day after federal prosecutors detailed a corruption scandal involving paying bribes to direct players to certain schools and then to financial advisors and agents. Pitino is not accused of any wrongdoing, but CBS News has learned he is mentioned in the indictment as Coach 2. Prosecutors allege an assistant coach at Louisville was part of a scheme to pay at least $100,000 to the families of 2 recruits if they signed with the university. In a statement, Pitino's lawyers said the information disclosed thus far is clearly insufficient to implicate Coach Pitino in any type of misconduct. The rush to judgment is regrettable. By all accounts, Pitino was one of college basketball's most successful coaches. His resume included 770 career victories, 12th on the all-time wins list, 7 trips to the NCAA Final Four, and 2 national championships. But it has not been a smooth ride. Personal scandals and a 2-year NCAA investigation into hiring prostitutes to entice recruits could cost Louisville its 2013 championship title. Sports writer Pat Forty has covered Pitino for nearly 30 years.
If this is it for Rick Pitino, it certainly is not the way he seemed destined to go out. It's a very sad ending for him, an unbelievable postscript.
Rick Pitino is still owed about $45 million on a contract extension that he signed 2 years ago. The school's athletic director, Tom Jurich, also placed on administrative leave. And 2 of the school's committed recruits said today they are no longer coming to Louisville. Elaine?
Well, Dana, Louisville was just one of the schools that was accused of violations that included paying players, including a recent 5-star recruit. Can you explain what the investigation is alleging on the part of Louisville?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult, but if I can give you the basic idea, the sense was that an Adidas executive wanted to pay about $100,000 to a recruit's family, one of the top recruits' families, to get him to go to Louisville. And an assistant coach at Louisville allegedly was involved in the conversations about that. The idea would then be that once the recruit was there, later the assistant coach and the people involved in this would basically move this recruit towards the idea when he went pro of signing with Adidas and also signing with certain agents and financial advisors.
You mentioned Pitino is identified in the indictment, but his lawyer said there is insufficient evidence to implicate him. How much do you think his involvement in past scandals impacted the school's decision to place him on leave?
I think it would be crazy to think that it didn't, because you go back just back to 2009, and that was when Rick Pitino was involved in a sexual extortion scandal here at the school. He survived that, and also just more recently there was a recruiting scandal involving escorts, and this has hung over this university, especially the latest one, that escort scandal. They've appealed some of the NCAA sanctions in that, but they could lose their national title from 2013, have to vacate wins, and that is something that obviously has people here at the university worried, and it's a lot about the perception out there right now. There's only so much they can do to keep saying that things are okay under Coach Pitino.
Well, Dana, what was the mood like on Louisville's campus on Wednesday after the news about Coach Pitino broke, and what did you hear from people?
Well, it was really interesting. It was a very somber mood around here, but I think it was also interesting just coming to town. I had the experience on a plane as this news was breaking, and hearing people on the plane saying, "Have you heard? I was in a meeting, I was checking out Twitter," and these were locals who wanted to know what was going on with the program. And then even driving here, hearing about, are you disappointed in what's going on? Not a great day for your school. And I thought it was fascinating that one person told me, well, it's not a great day depending on how you look at it. And that goes back to this perception here. This person that I was speaking with, he told me enough is enough and it's time to move on.
Interesting. Well, Dana, should the head coaches at the other schools implicated in this scandal be worried about their jobs, you think?
Well, I think right now everybody in the college basketball world and possibly even the college football world are worried. You have to look at this, and this involves these athletic companies, the shoe companies. Adidas obviously mentioned in this indictment already, but the other big shoe companies that have big money contracts with the universities, like Nike and Under Armour as well. I have to believe that they're all making certain that things are buttoned up right now. And in just talking to some of the sports writers around the country who are really close with some of these teams, they say that schools are worried. Head coaches, assistant coaches, and programs right now trying to see what else is next, because everyone believes this is just the tip of the iceberg.
All right, Dana Jacobson. Dana, thanks so much.